Hello, everyone, and welcome to my masterclass on how to crush your stories like a goal-crushing rock star. My name is Kimberly Olson, also known as the Goal Digger Girl, and I am your hostess who is going to walk you through how to structure your stories in 8 simple steps. And once you have this model, once you have this plan, you are going to have clarity, focus, intention, and most importantly, results when it comes to putting stories up on Facebook and Instagram and being able to get hot leads right into your inbox and learning how to convert those as well. So I'm going to welcome you guys on. I'm just checking the chat there, the chat box to see who is on. So why don't you let me know where you're tuning in from, city, state, province, country. We have people all over the world tuning in, which is really exciting. And make sure if you have a teammate, a friend, someone that you know wants this information, that you tag them, you share it, and you let them know that we are rocking and rolling right now. So when it comes to stories, the thing that people don't realize is that you can literally build an entire business through your stories. If you understand how to use them, if you get comfortable with them, you can have endless leads to work through every single day. People are viewing stories 4 times as many times as they are in a news feed. And the thing that people don't understand is that stories are proactive. So if I am scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and I'm doing the scroll, right? And I happen to see your post and I might give a little love heart, like it, maybe comment. That's just really reaction mode. But if I'm on Facebook or Instagram and I see that circle with your story showing up and I choose to click it, that means I'm interested. That means I'm engaged. That means I want to know more about you. So the wonderful thing is that when people view your story, it shows that they viewed it, but now the ball's in their court. They are the ones that are engaging with you. So if you happen to reach out to them, even just to say hello and check in on them, or say, hey, thank you for checking out my story, viewing my story, even just by doing that, you're going to be able to reach out to them in Messenger and it not be weird. Can I get an amen? I mean, how many times have you tried to strike up a conversation and you can tell right away that the person's like, and what do you want? And it just feels awkward. That's not the way to build a business. Okay. So if you're new to me, you haven't seen my trainings before, I've been in network marketing at the time of this over 3 years. And my first 6 months, I worked through my warm market. I had initial success. I had enough success to see the possibilities, right? Have any of you been there before where you haven't quite made it yet? Financially, you can't maybe quit that job or stay home or get through this economic time that we're in right now. But you've seen enough, right? And that's where I was. I had seen enough to say, okay, I can make something of this. And then I ran out of my warm market. And I was like, what do I do now? What do I do now? I'm not going to fly all over the country, launching people and doing living room locals. And I'm not going to spend every night and weekend away from my family. When I first started, my little ones were in diapers and my husband traveled a lot and I was working a job that was about 60 hours a week. So there was no time. And so I turned to social media and I knew nothing. So if you're watching this and you're not even posting in your stories right now, or you're watching this and you're like, I'm not getting any traction. I don't have any leads. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's exactly where I was. I had 250 friends on Facebook in the fall of 2017. I didn't have an Instagram account and I knew nothing about Facebook Lives. I didn't even know how to post on social media. All I would do was post the graphics that the company would email out. It was so bad. And stories weren't even really a thing then. But through the efforts of being coachable, being determined, implementing and taking massive imperfect action. So if anything you hear today, I want you to take action. I don't want you to go, oh, maybe next weekend I'll work on my stories and do some of that stuff Kimberly showed me. No, I want you to implement something today. I want you to go into your stories when we're done and say, oh, cool, I learned something awesome from her today. I'm going to implement that. And that's what I did. I took massive action. And since then, I was able to switch my business offline to online, 100% on social media. And that's my strong suit, is helping people to take offline to online or completely build on social media without cold messaging, without spamming. I believe in offering value and building genuine relationships. I believe in teaching people how to uncover pain points, share their story, and solve a problem, offer a solution. So people want to order from you. People want to become your client. People want to join your team. And it has absolutely worked for myself. and thousands of others. So since then, I've built my business to multiple six figures, coming up on $1 million in revenue. I have 2 best-selling books. I have a top-rated podcast. I travel public speaking a little bit, and I've had almost 3,000 students go through my course and see this work for many others as well. So I want to inspire you and give you hope that you can absolutely get the results that you want if you're willing to do the work, and if you're willing to be consistent, and if you're willing to implement what I teach you today, okay? So what we're gonna start off with, if you didn't get your workbook, don't worry, just go through the content, and then we'll have the workbook link for you, and we'll get that to you, okay? But the workbook looks like this. It's just 2 pages. It's really simple. And the reason why you want the workbook is after you do this training, I'm gonna give you so much content and so many ideas that your head's gonna spin. It might just kind of rocket ship off your body. We don't want that. So what I want you to do is I want you to pull this up when you're ready to work on your stories. And I'm not in my stories all day long. I'm not on Facebook all day long or Instagram, and I'm not in Messenger all day long. I get in there about once or twice a day. So you might be capturing content throughout the day, but you're actually only going to come into your stories once or twice a day. So I want you to pull out this workbook checklist. That way you can, I'm gonna be able to see the comments. I'm gonna move this over. That way you can be able to have that focus when you're working on your stories. Does that sound good? Okay, everyone's saying yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Okay, so if you're taking notes, you can just freehand write this down. Otherwise, look in your notebook, your workbook. Okay, so there's 8 different types of stories, okay? I have found that people, especially entrepreneurs, we're very creative, but we're also very squirrely. And then when we sit down to do our stories, we're like, I don't even know where to, I don't even know where to go with this. Like, I don't even know what to post, right? So what I'm gonna do really quick is I'm gonna grab the workbook because I see a couple people commenting that they don't have it. No worries. I'm just going to drop that in the feed. Depending on when you're watching this, you may or may not see a feed because this is streaming in multiple places. So I just put it in the comments. If you need some help with that, we will get that to you. Okay, so with this model, there are 8 different types of stories, and you can be creative within each area. You don't have to post all 8. The goal is, if you're currently not in your stories at all, I just want you to implement 1 or 2 of these, okay? I just want you to implement 1 or 2 of these. If you are already rocking your stories, you're posting stories every single day, multiple times a day, I want you to go for all 8, okay? I want you to go for all 8 on this. All right, story number 1 is inspire to action. So I'm going to screen share some stuff, but most of it is going to be spent when it comes to creating Curiosity and creating a product and business posts. Most of it will be spent in that area, but I'll walk you through every step of this. So step number 1 is inspire to action. So the first story, what we want to do is we want to inspire. We want people to instantly go, I like her stories. They make me feel good. They make me feel happy. I'm going to keep clicking that button and I'm going to keep watching her stories. And the cool thing is, the more time that you spend or people spend in your stories, the more time they're in there, Facebook and Instagram notice that, and they're more likely to pop your story to the top of their feed. Isn't that awesome? So you notice you kind of see the same people over and over again sometimes. That's because you're doing a good job with your stories and they're doing a good job with their stories, okay? And yes, a replay will be sent out if you register for this webinar, and you'll have the workbook in there. And don't even worry about that. We'll get that to you. So make sure you're listening right now and taking notes. That way the concepts are making sense to you, and then you can just check things off with the workbook. So story number 1, inspire to action. So examples are quotes. So what I'll do is I'll go on to Pinterest. Is my favorite place to look. I'll show you guys right now. The reason why I like Pinterest is because I can easily, I'm going to screen share in a second. I can easily be able to identify stories, the color and the look that goes with my brand. So if you don't have brand colors, you can use Pinterest to get a good feel for what that looks like. So here's my Pinterest. If you want to follow me, it's Goal Digger Girl without the. And so if you go over to my board, I have a great board for you guys to use right now to get you started. It's called Girl Boss Quotes. I have 910 pins. So if you just, and most of them are the shape of the story, which is cool. So what you can do is you can just save these to your phone and then post at least once a day with a quote. The other option is you can make your own. And most of these quotes are not original. Like, for example, this one's from Sophia Amoruso. So you can actually take the quote and make sure you give her credit, obviously, for the quote. And then you can craft your own. So the things that I like to use are, I like to use Word Swag. If you want to take notes on this, I like to use Word Swag, and I like to use Canva. And now, nowadays, some of the new story apps, because depending on when you're watching this, there are always new ones coming to the surface. That's why I do little mini story tutorials to teach people how to use the new story apps to make them look good. But for now, right now, you can actually go into the App Store and just type in Instagram stories, and you're going to see all different kinds of apps. A lot of them will even have quotes built in right into it, or pretty backgrounds where you can put the words and make a really pretty graphic. So you can do something like that too. But if you're new and you're just getting started, I would just go to Pinterest. I would create your own board. So you can use mine to get started. As you can see, well, we're off the screen now, but do you notice the colors were all kind of pinky, sort of girl boss, chick looking? That's aligned with my brand. So if you make a board in Pinterest and go through and just put girl boss quotes, or let's say you really help people with mindset, or you help moms keep their sanity, right? Your board, you can search those topics on Pinterest, and it's going to populate and curate content for you, and you can just pin it to your board. If you've never used Pinterest, that's a great way to do it. I have a folder on my phone that says quotes. Someone asked about that. In my photos, I have a folder that says quotes, and then I drop quotes in there, and it's awesome because the key to this, you guys, is learning how to repurpose your content and reuse it. If you're constantly thinking of new content every day, your brain's going to hurt. But if you can create a folder where you put all of your quotes, and then you go, okay, story number 1, inspire to action, you can just pull from that archive and then post something. So quotes are great, simple. It's an easy way to get started. Video clips. So if you go to IGTV on Instagram, let's say you type in Goalcast, or maybe you love Les Brown or whatever, you can go find someone that you love, an inspiring channel, make sure it's you're following them. And this is awesome. What you can do is, if you find an IGTV video, if you don't know what that is, don't sweat it. But if you do, it's part of Instagram, and it's sort of like YouTube for Instagram. Go to IGTV and find a video that's inspirational. There's so many great ones. That's why I mentioned Goalcast. And there's an airplane. If you click the airplane, you can share it to your stories. How awesome is that? So why is this beneficial? It's inspiring. It makes people like your content. But by you associating with people like Les Brown or whoever else motivates you, I love Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, Tony Robbins, Gabby Bernstein, Marie Forleo, any of those people that inspire you. If you share their content, you are associated with them now. So when people come to your stories, they're like, oh my gosh, like Laura, I love Laura's content. Like every time I go on there, I'm like learning something awesome, or I'm just being motivated and ready to be pumped up for the day. Okay. The other thing you can do is you can record yourself talking. So Instagram's filters are pretty good. I personally use Snapchat to record because I like the filters a lot better. So what I'll do is, and you might have to watch this again. So, because I'm going to give you literally like 3 hours of content in less than an hour. Okay. This could probably be a weekend workshop. Okay, so what I'm going to do is on Snapchat, I'm just going to pick a filter. So I like the one with the doughy eyes, because even if you don't really have makeup on or anything, it just makes you look good. So I'll record it. So I'm going to hold it down. Hey, is it Thursday? Happy Thursday. Just a thought, today, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, I heard this really great quote. It is, gratitude turns what we have into enough. And so a good practice is just to stop and say 5 things that you're grateful for. I hope it helps. Have a good one. So you can just record yourself talking, and then you save it. And if it's over, each Instagram story and Facebook story can be up to 15 minutes or 15 seconds long. If it's longer than that, your story, when you save it, if you take the story and put it into Instagram, it'll automatically split it up for you. Isn't that so awesome? There's also an app called Continual, if you have an iPhone, that will split your stories up into 15-second clips if you're going to go straight to Facebook. And then, it's Goalcast, Misty. Goalcast. And then on Instagram, it'll automatically split for you. There's another one. Is it Story Cut maybe? There's another one for Android. You can just look it up. So that's good to do because you're seeing your face, you're using video. It's a great way for people to get to know who you are, because if you're only posting quotes and other people's stuff, they're not seeing you. But if you can get comfortable with the video, then they're going to get to know a little bit more about you, okay? Other things you can do that are inspiring is promote other people. I call it Sisters in Business, or you know, I'll do like a feature Friday. But if you have someone else's page that you really like to follow, shout them out in your stories. That's inspiring to other people, because if you are inspired by that person and they have great content and you're sharing it in your stories, guess what happens? You're going to help other people find good content, your viewers, and that person's going to get tagged. Make sure you tag them. You can actually just share right from their Instagram page, or you can take a screenshot if you love them on Facebook. I usually build on Instagram, save, and then I upload to Facebook. But you're going to shout a sister out, and my avatar is mom, so I'm going to talk about women. This works for goal digger dudes as well. But you're going to shout somebody out, tag them, and they're going to see that. Now you're on their radar. They're like, oh my gosh, this Kimberly is awesome. Like, she's totally helping, you know, me get the word out about what I've got going on. How awesome. Okay. So you can shout other people out. You can also repost other people's content. So if you find someone, if you're scrolling on Instagram and then you see, let's get out of here real quick. Okay. So you're on Instagram, you're scrolling along and you see just like a really great, let's see if we can find a good quote. So I'm not seeing any quotes here because everybody's doing some videos, but let's say you're scrolling through and you see a great quote. You can hit the airplane, the little airplane right there. You can hit that airplane and you can actually share it right into your stories. Boom, how awesome is that? Okay, story number 2, we're gonna spend the most time on this one, so get ready because this is really where you're gonna attract those leads. Story number 2 is creating curiosity. Creating curiosity, okay? So first thing you're going to do, you're going to rotate between product and business. Now, if you're not in network marketing, you can still do this with any business. For example, I'm also a coach, and so I share testimonials all the time for my students, or if my students shout me out, we repost every single shout out, because then it gives us social proof that my students are getting results and love working with me. And then it gives them exposure to my entire audience because we repost their content and we tag them, okay? I don't know how to snap a chat either, Laura. I don't know how to do that. I just use it to record the video because I like the filters. Plus you can kind of change it up. It makes it a little more dynamic. Okay, so for story number 2, creating curiosities, we're gonna rotate between product and business, okay? So examples are before and after photos. You can put before and after photos much easier. You can put them into your stories versus a news feed. People have become fatigued, especially like on Instagram. I wouldn't do that unless it's your own story. But people have been kind of fatigued from all of the before and afters that have been posted for years and years and years. But in your stories, it's a little more covert. It seems to come off pretty well and still work. So you can do before and after pictures inside of your stories. Never mention company name. Never put your link in there. You want to have a conversation with people. Never take a picture of the product and let them see the brand name. Do you know that people sell stuff on Amazon, eBay illegally? You don't want them to Google it and go buy it like right from there for less. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Don't do that. Okay. So before and after pictures, you can take a poll. So a poll example would be, this is on Instagram. Well, Instagram and Facebook have the poll feature. You can do quizzes as well. But a poll would be something such as, you could just have, you know, a colorful background. You could have, and I have tutorials on all of the stuff inside of Goal Digger University. We'll talk about that later. So if you don't know how to make stories, the tutorial piece, I have to screen share to my cell phone. That's outside of the scope of the live stream. So we'll talk about that later. But you can actually find pretty backgrounds just on Google, Unsplash or Hotstock. You can just find pretty backgrounds and upload those, and then you could just write the words out. So the poll could say something like, would you rather lose weight or have more energy? Would you rather wash your hair less, or would you rather have your hair be more manageable? So you're giving 2 choices that either way, it leads to a conversation about your product. Would you rather have, would you rather be able to be out in the sun or have less wrinkles? So like, give 2 options that can create a conversation around what you have going on. So poll questions are great. And the quiz feature is only in Instagram as of now. But a quiz feature, and you'll have to look it up, it's inside of your stories on Instagram, but the quiz feature can actually allow you to list out pain points and then have them tell you their pain points. Could you imagine knowing your prospects' pain points before you even talk to them? It is incredibly powerful. So you could say something like, if you had a magic wand, or you could say, put it in their context. If I had a magic wand, I would, and then give them 4 choices. I would lose weight, have more energy, sleep better, reduce inflammation. Or the 4 questions could be, if I had $1 million, I would pay off student loans, buy a house, cash flow college, go on a vacation. All of those can lead to a conversation about how you're generating a second stream of income, or maybe you've replaced your income like I have by the power of your online business. Okay, so all of those are going to be, they're called pain points, Laura. So a pain point, this is the problem that a lot of you are running up against because you don't understand sales and marketing. And that's okay. Like, that's why you're on this, to learn. Like, I commend you. I think that's awesome that you're spending the time to do this. But when it comes to sales and marketing, a lot of times what people do is they will post and pray, or they will pitch and pray. They'll pitch their thing. Oh yeah, my products are so amazing. You know, I've been taking them for 27 years and I've lost 5,000 pounds and it's the best thing ever. And you know, it's just great. Can I get you some info? And you're telling your story, which is good. You want to tell your story. And of course I'm being facetious, but what if that person doesn't want to lose weight? Even if you look at their picture and you're like, they probably could lose some weight. Some people don't want to. They like the size that they are. And then you have people who probably don't look like they need to lose weight, who want to tone up. You don't know their pain points because it's their pain point. So your job is to uncover the pain point. And I say you have to have permission to market to people. You need to earn permission. You cannot promote what you have until you know their pain point. That's like a golden rule. If you start learning how to uncover pain points, you're going to totally transform your business. And I've seen this with student after student, and I really believe in that. So those are some things you can do to create curiosity. So let's go through some of the examples of the product, and then we're going to go through some examples of how to create curiosity around the business as well. You guys are really going to like this part. Okay, so let's go to stories. Hopefully I'm on the right one. Okay, so a couple things we're going to do here. We're going to look at how to share the product. So if you're not doing this right now, you are missing the mark, and I want to encourage you to make this like your homework, okay? Some of you are doing a great job with customers and you're not getting business builders. But if you start sharing customer success stories and other people following you see how easy it is to build your business and how easy you make it look, that's duplicatable. They go, oh, she's making it look so easy, I can do that, okay? If you aren't sharing your customer success stories, you're shooting yourself in the foot because that's social proof and people are watching. I literally just had a girl who saw this belly video, and she goes, okay, I saw your story, I want to order. She just placed an order last night, and I go, oh, good, you ordered. I saw your order came through. And she goes, yeah. And I just went back on the website and ordered some more stuff. And I was like, that's awesome. So she's really excited about the product, but she wouldn't even have known about it if I wouldn't have put that in my stories because I didn't know her. So it's so powerful. I can't stress it enough. So your homework is, I want you to pull up your customer list from your back office and print it off or put it on, a spreadsheet. And I want you to go through and craft a message. And I want you to reach out to them in Messenger so we can get a screenshot. You're going to get permission from them after they tell you something awesome, because you don't know. They might say, oh, I stopped taking it because, my skin broke out or something random. You're not going to want to use that, obviously. But let's just assume you're going to get some good stuff. So what happens is when they respond to you positively, and that's why you're going to want to type it out. You can let them voice memo, but you're going to want to type out your response. Then you can capture the good stuff. And then once you get some good intel, ask them, say, hey, do you mind if I share this in my stories? I won't put your name in there, but your little picture, your thing will show up on there. And most people will say yes. So by reaching out to your customers and checking in on them, you're doing a couple things. You're doing a good job, but you're also able to handle any issues. You're able to redirect, you're able to get upsells, reorders, potentially customer referrals. And if they're super positive, you're going to get a post out of this. You can ask them to do a referral post for you or host an online event, which is outside the scope of this training, but it's money, man. It's you rinse and repeat all day long. Okay, let me show you what this looks like. So if you go to my testimonials tab on Instagram, you're going to see what this looks like. Let's see if I can pause it. Is there a pause? Yeah. Okay. So this says, this was a story sequence I did. A story sequence is when you have multiple slides for one concept. So as much as you can try to add some depth to your stories. Okay. So I said, you know what I love? Getting messages like this one. Okay. And then it's like moving. Okay, what's the next one? What is it? And then it says right here, I think it might play for you guys. Oh, you can hear it.
Yes, I am absolutely loving these products. Love, love, love.
Okay, so I'm going to mute it down so you can't. Oh, that's going to mute me down. Okay, let me pause it. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I did a screen record so I could capture her talking. But what I did is I said, listen to this and put an arrow so people would know that, you have to have the volume on, and then struggling to lose baby weight. So I checked on her. She said she's losing weight. Was a little skeptical at first, which is good because then I can address that because a lot of people are obviously skeptical. And then the next story was her still talking. How powerful was that she lost 16 pounds? I mean, I didn't even know that. So that's why it's so important to reach out. And by the way, if you're newer or you don't have a lot of customers yet, you can reach out to your team as well and gather some testimonials from people, in your downline, because they are customers as well of yours because you got them on the product. So haha, yes. Or sideline stories are great. Like if you're, again, just starting out, you can share those stories as well. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your customer if you're new and just building that up. Okay. You get the point. So I let the audio play on it and then finished with mom naps are gone. So we've got mom naps gone. We've got weight loss gone. We've got her just feeling happier. What do you think that did for my social proof? It was huge. Okay. So I did get people reaching out to me after that. I did one on somebody else's story. So if you see someone post a really good in their stories, ask them for permission. I mean, if they post in their stories, it's public. So as long as you tag them, it should be fine to repurpose it. But I did check with this person to see. But this one right here is, okay. So it says she saw these pics 4 months ago and she thought, oh, what did she think, guys? What did she think? She thought, I want that. How many moms are like, I want that, right? And then I took a screenshot of her post from Facebook, actually. I put, she has 4 kids, and then this was her story, so people could read that. And then I did put this on here too. This is her, want to try it. And I got a bunch of messages. And if you have a customer referral program, when those people react to that customer story, put those leads under that customer. Or if there's someone on your team you're sharing a story, put those leads, direct those leads to that person. You can kind of handle the initial piece, but maybe, hand them off, do a group chat, or just take care of it for them if it's a customer. But that can be a good way to help some people get going too. Okay, so we're gonna look at, let me just check the chat really quick. Oh, I used a ton of different apps. There's 2 little girls, you didn't know how to ask permission. Yeah, so, my stories, I just uploaded these from Drive. I put them in Drive. So my phone automatically saves my Instagram stories, which is amazing because then I can just pop them onto Facebook. And if you do that, then you will have them to repurpose. So I just uploaded them from my phone. So you can do that. I do it because of training tutorials, but you can just pull from your folder on your phone. Okay. And then, yeah, I use a lot of different apps. That's something I teach on inside of my university. Okay, so here's an example of a rank advancement. So this is just a one, and this is, you can do this for everybody in your team. Oh, download. Okay, I don't know why it's taking, whatever, you guys can see the point. Okay, So this says, congratulations on your rank advancement, girl, first week in. That's powerful because then people see people having success right away. Sometimes people have, joined companies and not have success, or they're new and they're like, I don't even know if I'll ever make my money back. I don't want to do that initial investment. What if it doesn't work? But when they see things happening for people right away, then they start to say, oh, well, then maybe I can do this. This person's brand new and she doesn't know what she's doing. Okay. So if they're not direct to you, I still want you promoting people. Okay. That girl is in my downline. I still want you promoting them. Okay. If they're direct to you, I always like to feature people on my page. Okay. Rising star, first rank advancement. Yay. Okay. So again, just quick, easy ways that you can promote people. This is a 2-slide one I did for this one. So I'll show this to you. It says she beat the box. So she hit her rank advancement before her product came. So again, really, really good for social proof. And I think there was I can't get out. Oh yeah, there's a second slide for this one too. Congratulations on your first rank advancement. And then I tagged her in it. And obviously that's really cool because then she can use that for her page too, right? So that's super awesome. And let's see what else. So when it comes to creating curiosity, you can share customer stories, teammate stories. Shouting out rank advancements is really important, especially, I'm gonna give you a little tip. If you don't have success yet and you don't have people having success yet, you're gonna have to borrow other people's success until you create your own. And so you can look to your sideline, you can look to your upline. Never anything deceitful. You're not going to say your upline is your person, but you can say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Want to shout out Samantha today. She's totally crushing it. Way to go, girl. We're just so happy for you. And you're cheering her on, you're celebrating her, but by association, you are being linked to her success, which is very powerful. Okay. And you'd be surprised. People are just watching. And then out of nowhere, you get the reach out and someone's like, I want to know more. And you're like, about what, right? Like you had no idea that they're even watching your stories, which is crazy. Other things are if you're doing trainings, team Zooms, team events, we don't have much going on right now with a lot of events, but if you are in person at an event or you guys have a local event, don't post a bunch of pictures on your feed, on your wall on Facebook. Don't do that. It fatigues your audience. They don't want to see picture after picture after picture of you posing with the 20 different people you really want to take pictures with. Put that all in your stories and let one story roll after another. Incentive trips are great to promote. So that's going to create curiosity. So if you can promote, hey, I'm so excited. This would be a really good one for creating doing a quiz. You could post a picture of where the vacation, the incentive trip is, and the quiz could say, just found out I have a chance to earn this trip. Guess where I'm going? And then you could list 4 countries, like say it's a beach picture, you could put Jamaica, you could put Cabo, you could list them out and let people pick, and then you could create conversations with them around it. Be like, yeah, I'm so excited. I know so many people want to travel, but they have to put on a credit card and I'm actually earning this. What about you? Do you guys like to travel a lot? Where's the last family vacation you went on? And a lot of times people want to or haven't, or they did put it on a credit card, and you can talk to them about that. Any retreats you're doing, anything that somebody would find attractive. This is attraction marketing. It's where you are sharing things that are attractive to other people. So that way they are going to want to know more about what you're doing. Hi, honey. Sorry, sweetie, I'm doing a class right now. Can you go see daddy, honey? So when it comes to incentive, okay, just leave her and then I'll see what I can do. Okay, so when it comes to incentive trips, or really the concepts that we're trying to do here, Elise can't see you guys, so she's confused on what's happening right now. Here, I'll stop my screen share. I'm on this one, Elise. Can you say hi? This is Elise.
Where are you guys?
They're all right there. They're not on. She's used to Zooms where she can see everybody. Her and Addison tablets, and they're like, guys, today I'm gonna teach you. Oh no, tell them what to do at the end of the video. Say click the like button.
Hit the like button.
And then what? Subscribe.
Guys.
She says it on her own now. It's hilarious. And yes, we haven't brushed her hair. Don't judge me. Okay. So anyways, what our goal is to be attractive to people. So if you're going on trips, if you're doing things, you're going to want people to go, well, I want to do that. I want to know more about that. Okay. So, conferences, retreats, if, I want to go on thank you, honey. Love you. I want to go on a yoga retreat. That's on my vision board right now. And when I see other people doing stuff like that, I want to go do that. Like, what was the trip? I really want to go do, it's Richard Branson. I always get him mixed up with Russell Branson. Sorry. I think it's Richard, whatever. I want to go do his thing where you can go to his island and like go learn from him. So when I see other people doing that, I want to do that. So you want to paint the picture. You want you want people to go, ooh, I want to know more about that. Yeah. Incentive trips. Too many times people post, just found out I'm earning a trip to Vegas, #blessed. And it's like, what the heck? So if you've done that, it's okay, because I did too. But we want people to feel like they're coming along for the ride. So if you can say, hey, I just found out I'm earning a trip to Vegas, who's been? And you can put a question box. There's a question box for Instagram. Or you could say, message me. Let me know if you've been to Vegas. What are the best shows to go to? And then when people message you, it's a chance to chat it up, okay? Don't make it weird. Remember, if you were sitting next to somebody at a soccer game or party and Vegas came up, you'd be like, oh my gosh, so we saw Cirque du Soleil, and it was the Beatles one. Scott and I went. I was like 6 months pregnant, not really the best idea we ever had, but he was like, our last chance, baby moon. And I'm like, maybe for you, but I can't drink, so I don't know what this is all about. But we went, and I could talk about that with people. Like, yeah, we went to see the Beatles. It was really cool. What did you see? Or you're going. And so just remember, don't make it weird, you guys, okay? We want it to be normal, okay? All right. So I could talk about this all day. I mean, for real. Okay. Stories number 3 is engage your followers. Okay. Put a star by story number 2. Okay. I want you to really get that one down. But story number 3 is engage your followers. The whole goal of this is to engage them. It's to get them to interact with your content. It's to get them to raise their hand for more information, vote on a poll, message you their answers, to be able to reach out to you and say, hey, I've been seeing your stories and I love them. You guys, I'll get people who message me who literally are saying, I love your stories. What do you use? And I'm like, oh, I use like a bunch of things, but I've got this Instagram thing you can get, and people will want to get into the Instagram. I've had people who've joined my team, and I'm positive they've joined my team because they are engaged in my stories. They're getting to know who I am. They see me as an influencer, authority figure, I have credibility, but also they say, she could train me. I trust her. She seems to know what she's doing. She could train me. So you want to be that person for your audience, okay? So story number 3 is engage your followers. You're going to ask a poll, and this is not anything to do with your product or business. We are done with that one. We're going over to a new realm here. It's called real life, okay? So one of the struggles that some people have mentally with stories is that they're like, I'm home all day. I have kids that I homeschool. I do nothing. Or I don't have kids at home. They're at school. My husband's at work. I work from home. There's nothing exciting about what I'm doing. The secret is to make your ordinary extraordinary. Okay. I'm home all day too, and I can post in my stories all day long. Okay. I do a lot of like pictures. Like I'll take a picture of me standing to use for social media. I'm in my house, people. Like I just put on a new dress, okay? You can do the same thing, okay? You've got to get past that limiting belief that you might have. So when you engage your followers, you want to look for ways in ordinary life to engage them, bring them into it, okay? What's a book you're reading right now? So I have, I was asked to help promote Dave Hollis's book, which is not on my bookshelf. That's not really great. Okay, so let's give Courtney Epps a shout out, because she's my tax person and she's saved my life. I heard her speak at an event. She's been on Tony Robbins' stage. I mean, she's incredible. And she actually was in network marketing, so she understands all the tax deductions for network marketers. And she really has helped me with my financial situation as far as taxes. Like I don't fear it anymore. Can I get an amen? We'll give her a shout out right now. So let's say I take a picture from my phone and Instagram or wherever, and I smile and I'm like, and then what I could do is I could put a poll and say, or not a poll, I could put a question. I could just type out the question with words next to it. And it could say, loving this book right now. I'm going to tag Courtney because she's on social media. Loving this book right now. What's on your bookshelf? Okay, what's on your nightstand? And then you will get people who comment. You will get people who message you, or you'll get people who say, I love Courtney, or, oh, is she good? I'm looking for a tax person. And I'm gonna say, yes, she is. Her name is Courtney Epps. Ginny, I can personally connect you with her. So I know you have my cell phone, so just remind me and I'll get you hooked up. She's incredible. Okay, question, ask a question, you pick. Okay, make a note of this one. This is so, so good. You pick. Okay, so if you have an event coming up and you have to wear an outfit, put a couple of dresses up. If I do this in the dressing room all the time. Luckily, people can't see me taking pictures of myself in the dressing room. But when I'm trying on clothes, what I'll do is take pictures, and this is the key, guys. In real life, when I'm with my kids, I'm in the dressing room, I'm not in my stories right then in the dressing room or playing with my kids. I'm not stopping to create an awesome story. Like I do that at midnight when my whole household is asleep and I can think, but I've captured the content. So if you're in the dressing room or you're shopping, I've even done this at Dick's Sporting Goods. I was picking out running shoes and I'm like, okay, runners, I need some good shoes. I'm going to do, nothing crazy. I'm not doing any like half marathons, but I want some good, cute shoes. And I posted 4 pictures and people were telling me what they thought of brands and whatnot. And so her last name is Epps, E-P-P-S, Courtney Epps. Okay. So when it comes to this one is if you have dresses, shoes, even earrings, these are Rhonda Madrid. I'm obsessed. Rhonda Madrid. If you use the promo code Gold Digger, you get 10% off. So tell her I sent you. That's like all I wear is her earrings. And so let's say you've got a couple of earrings on your shopping cart, you're on her website and you're like, I don't know what to pick. By the way, even if you do know what you're going to pick, I still want you to ask your audience to take them along for the ride. Let them come into your world. Let them participate, okay? This is how you build up your know, like, and trust factor. And that is literally your entire goal when it comes to building your business on social media and in creating an engaging audience, okay? Your opinion. Hey, Scott and I are just wrapping up. Bosch, we just finished season 5, I think, but what is Ozarks? Oh my gosh, it's so creepy. You probably shouldn't watch it. But anyways, we're gonna plow through season 3 of Ozarks, but then we'll be stuck because I think the next Bosch is coming up, but let's just pretend it's not. I'm gonna say, hey guys, we just wrapped up another Netflix series. What do you recommend we watch next? You will get dozens and dozens and dozens of, here, I'll put Rhonda's website on here for you guys, because I love her. And the promo code's Gold Digger, G-O-A-L. So you will get dozens and dozens of comments on videos or shows you and your husband or you by yourself. I mean, tons of them, okay? Taking a survey. I do this all the time. Hey, I'm taking a survey on a scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to, now my world is social media. Let's say I also have PhDs in natural health and holistic nutrition. I'm a brand influencer for a health and wellness company. And that's one of the benefits of me. I'm proactively in the trenches building my business. So my content is super relevant, right? That stuff I just showed you guys today is from the last week and a half. Like I just posted all of that stuff recently. So it's super helpful to be able to give you guys that real-time feedback. But I have that side of my life. Okay. So if I was going to do a survey, I would say something like, I'm taking a survey in a given week. How many meals do you eat out? Okay, at a restaurant. So I could ask a question, and what it would show me is, are people eating out a lot? Are they struggling for meal prepping? Could I ask this question in preparation for a Facebook Live on meal prep ideas? Could I ask this question on, hey, here's some tips when you're traveling. Here's some ways to healthify your restaurant choices. When you go to a restaurant, here's a way to make sure you have a good meal, but you don't blow it, right? Or here's some little hacks with, looking on the menu. Here's some keywords to watch out for. So taking a survey is such an awesome way to be able to, get them to engage with you. Okay. And don't stop being so serious about it and have some fun. Okay. Yes. Ask the audience, Chris. Exactly. I love that. Okay. Story number 4 is to educate with authority. Okay. So how do you do this? Well, you want to be viewed as a resource for people in your space. So we just talked about, I've been to the Ozarks too. It's beautiful. Okay. We just talked about me being a nutritionist. Well, if we didn't, I'm a nutritionist as well. Okay. So if I'm a nutritionist and I've got some expertise in that area, wouldn't it be helpful to share some of my insights? Or for you, if you're like, well, I'm not a nutritionist, it's good that you're not. It's actually easier to, it's more duplicatable, and it's easier for people to go, I can do what she's doing. Okay, I see her posting on her stories. I see her on social media. I see her going live once in a while. I love her group content. I can do that. Okay, you want it to be relatable. So let's just say you are reading a great book that you love, like we talked about. Educate with authority. Hey guys, just what I do often is I'll pull up my Audible list. Okay, so let me show it to you guys really quick. So you know how in Audible there is the library? So, okay, right now I'm listening to Chillpreneur. I think we're doing that in book club right now, possibly. I can't remember. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot, or if I'm inside of Chillpreneur. Into the business that I created super professional videos and high-end. It's 1.3 speed. I can't help myself. But I'll take a screenshot of this. Now I have like 30-some thousand followers on Instagram, so I have the swipe up feature. If not, you could just say find it in Audible. You could even tag Audible, right? But what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot of this just like this, and I'll put it in my stories. And then I'll say, reading this book now. Use a GIF, the GIF features, the sticker and the GIF, I'm telling you, it's life. Like, you need to get in there and make your stuff more animated. You want to catch people's attention, grab them, okay? So how do you educate with authority? Share books, documentaries, movies, podcasts. That's a really good one. Hey guys, just listen to this episode. I have a podcast, you guys. You can use my stuff, The Gold Digger Girl. But let's say you did listen to an episode and you loved it. Take a screenshot. Make sure you tag me so I'll shout you out. Take a screenshot and say, new episode was awesome on The Gold Digger Girl. You guys have to listen to it. What happens is people start to see you as a resource. So they go, oh my gosh, I need to check out every story Anne has because she always shares the best stuff. That's what you want to do. You don't need to be a nutritionist to do that. You need to be able to be somebody who reads books and listens to podcasts, okay? If you watched a great Facebook Live or a great IGTV training and you know your audience, so let's say you're a homeschool mom. If you are, you're my idol because I've been homeschooling right now and I'm so I'm just gonna move on from that one. Okay, but you're a homeschool mom and you're rocking the homeschool life and you're just like crushing it. You're like domestic goddess to the 10x. Okay, so you're gonna find this awesome YouTube video or Facebook Live on how to time block so you can run the household, get the homeschooling done, and run a business. Okay, so it's like multidimensional. You're going to take a screenshot of that YouTube video or Facebook Live, and you're going to direct your people to where to find it. You could even say to them, message me organization, and I'll get you that training on how to organize your family, or time block, or whatever, calendar. And then what happens is people will actually message you and say calendar. You can chat with them about it and say, yeah, I've been, homeschool mom for 10 years. It's been really fun to find a way to be able to balance mompreneurship, homeschool. Tell me a bit about you. What interested you in learning about this training? And then you can talk to them and say, oh, I work with tons of moms just like you. I'd love to share with you how I'm making it all happen. And I'm also providing financially for our family as well. I'd love to share with you if you're open to that. And then you can talk to them about your business opportunity. I literally, and I not to say this cocky, but to say it confidently, because I've been doing this for so long, and I can take any post I do and turn it into an opportunity conversation about the product or business. And you're going to be able to do that as well when you start implementing this stuff. Okay, but you got to implement. Any tips? Here's a really good one. Educating with authority, we're on step 4, is being able to work in educational pieces that will lead to your product. So if you're in health and wellness, you could say, hey guys, here are my 5 favorite anti-inflammatory foods. So you could take a screen and use WordSwag, Canva, some of the apps out there, the Instagram apps, and you're going to say, and maybe it's a smiling picture of you, and then the words say, swipe to get my 5 favorite anti-inflammatory foods. And then you swipe and then you list them out, or maybe it's story slide, listing the 5 out. And the last one says, and if you want my secret weapon on how I reduce inflammation every day, just message me inflammation and I'll get you my secret weapon, or I'll get you the details on it, okay? And then if they message you inflammation, you can tell them about your products that are anti-inflammatory. Or if you have a really great Facebook group, you could show a picture of a recipe that's done. And I'm using health and wellness just because it's, you know, my bread and butter of where, you know, my brain is and where I spend my time. But you can do this with any niche, okay? So let's say you have a smoothie recipe. Take a picture of the smoothie, put the name of the recipe, green smoothie, awesomeness, and then say, message me group, and I will get you, I'll get you the recipe. And then when they message you group, you can put them in your Facebook group. Now you're driving people to your Facebook group because people want the recipe. They will do anything to get into that Facebook group and get that recipe. Okay. It's just amazing. So if you're not in health and wellness and you're like, well, how could I do that? What you could do is take a picture of you holding I don't have any bills because everything's online now, but let's say this was a credit card statement. Okay. You maybe kind of hold it so you can tell it's a credit card statement and be like ripping it up. You could rip it up. Like you could rip it up live. That would be so fun, or recorded. Rip it up and you can say, super pumped, just paid off another credit card. If you want to do the same, ask me how. Or if you're curious of how I did it, message me credit card and I'll tell you exactly what I did. Again, all day, every day, rinse and repeat, you guys. You can totally do this. Okay, story number 5 is in the life of an influencer. Now, for some of you, you're like, I'm not an influencer. Yes, you are. Elise, who was just in here, she's 4. She's a strong-willed blessing, let's be honest. But I'm influencing her every single day because she does legit, like any place in her house, she's like, okay, guys, hit the like button and subscribe. And I'm like, oh my Lord, she's going to be off in kindergarten saying that. But I'm influencing her. You influence your children. You influence your spouse. You influence your friends. You are the average of your 5 closest friends. Why? Because we influence each other. So you are an influencer. As long as you're influencing one person, you are an influencer. Okay. So what does this look like? What I want you to do, and this is really, really important for you to understand. You are not a glorified sales rep for your network marketing company. You are not. You are not supposed to just spam your page all day telling everybody about how much you love your products. Oh my gosh. You know, I've got my, this is Gentle Baby, by the way. I don't sell essential oils, but I rub this stuff. Like I make them take baths on it pretty much every day. But it's for kids that can get kind of, I like sniff everything. They can kind of get like a little bit intense. It's just calm. Okay. So Sam with essential oils. Oh, Gentle Baby, gonna change your life. And then the next post is like thieves. #thieves, never get sick. Okay, no, you're not an oil dealer, okay? You're not a shampoo dealer. You are a beauty influencer. You are a health and wellness influencer. You are a lifestyle brand, okay? You're a mompreneur. You are a do-it-yourself mom queen, okay? Because if you can back out of that specific thing you are wanting to sell, and you can start to pull it out a little more and get more of a bird's eye view, you can drop that in here and there where people go, oh, awesome. Well, Kimberly really seems to know a lot about health and wellness. I did a podcast podcast interview with Simon Chen. If you don't know who he is, he's the creator of MLM Nation. He's like one of the originals to get on social media. He's amazing. And so we did the interview and he goes, I can't figure out what company you're with. Like I am stumped. What company is it? And I was like, oh, I'm doing my job. Because if I'm sitting here blasting my products all the time and you know what I'm doing, activewear could be active lifestyle, lifestyle. I would definitely go that route, or health and wellness and work in the active lifestyle, work in the fitness, food and fitness. So you want to back out of it. So let's makeup. You want to be sharing hair stuff like dry shampoo. Actually, there's a product I use to touch up my roots. It's like I tried different ones and I love it because it's not gross, it's non-toxic. It's just amazing. So if I'm in makeup, I'm going to share stuff to touch up your roots. I'm going to share dry shampoo with you. I'm going to share, split end healer or whatever. I'm going to share skincare with you. I'm going to share jewelry with you. And I'm going to share maybe like do-it-yourself perfume at home. I'm going to share other stuff with you that's not makeup. Anything with beauty. Beauty can also be feeling more confident, right? Beauty from the inside out. So what happens is once in a while when I'm saying, hey, for those of you that want to have, for those of you that are looking for ways to, anti-aging solutions that avoid, Botox and stuff like that, just message me if you're doing a story. Shoot me a message below and just put Botox free, or shoot me a message that says wrinkles be gone or something fun. And I'll tell you my secret weapon to anti-aging, and tell them your age. You know, hopefully if you're with beauty, your skin looks pretty good. So you can be like, oh yeah, my skin's reversing. Here's a before and after picture. You can work that into your content. So you'll work it in. You're still sharing your stuff, but the majority of your content should be beauty. It should be a broader topic. And even when you're sharing with people, you don't want to say, oh yeah, I'm a rep for essential oils ABC. No, you are a beauty influencer. You've partnered with a health and wellness company with a mission to bring natural solutions to every home in the world. It's different. It sounds different. Okay. Yeah, I love some of these things you guys are coming up with. Brand without naming the name. Yes, exactly. Okay. My tag is beauty from inside out. See, I love it. Okay. Story number 6 is selfie with a sticker. So when I look at people's stories, you guys are trying. I can see you're trying, and some of you are getting it. Some of you are new, but I'm not seeing you enough in them. Okay. Now mine, it might be like, oh my gosh, that girl's obsessed with herself. I'm not obsessed with myself. I just understand all of this. And so people need to see me, because when they see my face, they become more connected to me. So me being on video is the most powerful thing I can do, because I can't be with you in person. But I guarantee you, if I meet you in person, you're going to feel like you know me. And so the more video, the more selfies. So the reason why I said selfies with a sticker is because you want to show yourself, but why? Like, is it, Monday mood, and you're just taking a picture and you use a sticker that says stickers, like a GIF or little decals, things that are in the stories. A little quote, you could do quote with your face. You could just record yourself talking and say, hey guys, I just wanted to, chat with you about something and share what's on my heart. Okay. But when you're taking selfies, don't just do glamour shots. Just make sure that you have yourself, and then why are you taking that picture? Okay. You could even be like beast mode. And then your next picture could say, you could have more than one slide. You could say getting ready to go work out or whatever. Okay. Using the GIFs is really helpful for that. Also, selfies include stuff about your family. So if you go, let me share my screen and I'll show you some that I just did. Well, you guys just saw Elise, and you can see my children. But here's my Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram if you guys aren't. So I just posted some of these last night. Let's go check it out. All right, so I'll show you the girls if I can find it. Oh, here it is at the end. Okay, so here's my girls. Okay, self-isolation. And then look at how cute they are. Freaking crack me up. This one, but look at her face. Like, this is what happens when you're like, my husband and I are both on a call and we're like, oh no, we actually, we're not paying attention. And then it took like 3 days to get that off her face. But I share that kind of stuff so people can see my kids, right? Or sometimes like Elise will be with me, or Addison, and on a video, like we'll be talking for a second and I'll have them on there. Pictures of your family doing stuff, but you want to be able to share your family personal stuff with your audience. So don't make it just, quotes and stuff like that. They need to see other dimensions of you, pets, things that you're doing together as a family. Story number 7 is the art of promotion. This is one that I really want you guys to work on as well, because I don't see people doing this. Anything that's coming up, a Facebook Live, an event, a challenge, another social media platform, you need to be promoting it. Oh, hey guys, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'm going live. Hey guys, I just posted a new Instagram post. If you're on Facebook, go to Instagram and follow me. If you're on Instagram, hey, new post on Facebook, go check it out. Hey, are you in my group on Facebook? Go check it out. Okay. So I'll show you real quick what I just did for promoting this, so you can see what it looks like in real time, because then you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, we're on there right now, I think, hopefully. Okay, so reminder, this is a new IGTV video. So this is promoting YouTube videos. So if you do other things, that's really helpful to promote it. So guess what? Oh, that's 9,000 followers. Yay. Okay, wellness workshop. Okay, if you have any workshops going on, we had that. Oh, testimonials, we talked about that. Shout outs, yay. Okay, live stream on YouTube. Okay, YouTube live stream. See how many slides I'm doing around it? I think it says it again in a minute. Yeah, new YouTube live stream. You guys, that's how you have to get people to see your stuff, is you have to post it over and over and over again. And I know it seems like, okay, really? That seems like you're beating a dead horse, but it's working, because we have, I want to say almost 1,000 people who registered for this. So, I mean, just constantly talking about it is really, really important. Okay. So also after you go live, I want you to do a quick recap. Go into Snapchat, record yourself talking and say, hey guys, just went live on my personal page on Facebook, personal profile. I talked about 3 ways to lose weight this summer without dieting. If you want to get the replay and go check it out, you're going to love it. Go over to here, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then story 8 is the best of. So I love recycling content. So once a day, pull out old stuff and reshare it. This is going to get you in the habit of pulling out old stuff because I know a lot of you aren't organized and so you forget about things. Throwback Thursday, I'm so grateful for. So it's just kind of a recap of the day or pulling out old stuff. Just a thought for today. You know, this was the highlight of my day today. This is something that happened. I'm so thankful for. Recycling post, basically like that. You've never gone live before. You can actually stream live, so you can record it, and then you can actually you can record it and stream it live. I can teach you how to do that actually. Okay, so I have an invitation for you guys. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I don't know where the link is, to be honest, because I grabbed another link for somebody in here, but we'll find it. Okay, I found it. Okay, so if you look in the comment section or below the description here, depending on where you're watching this, because this is streaming in multiple places, you're going to see a bit.ly. It's bit.ly. Okay, make sure you have it right because it's case sensitive. Goal Digger U, and the G, the D, and the U are capitalized, but let me show you guys what that looks like. So I have an invitation for you guys. If you're watching this right now and you're just like, my head is exploding, but I'm excited, I'm going to invite you to take everything that we've learned today and take it to the next level, totally 10x your results. Basically, if you want to level up in all areas of your life and your business specifically, then I want to invite you to Goal Digger University. So look at my face. I'm very excited apparently. So it is a $4,000 program. You can actually get access for less than that. So what it is imagine having access to every single workshop, webinar, masterclass, bonus training, mastermind training I've ever done in the last 3 years. So you have access to all of it. It's basically my version of Netflix for you. But what better time than now to binge watch the content that you need to level up in your business, okay? So some of my favorites include TikTok for Business, the 15-minute Facebook party, Instagram, which is going to help a lot with what we talked about, automation, domination, Pinterest, personal branding, Facebook groups, peak productivity for those of you that are not very productive or you don't know how to time block, building a recruiting army through your customers. Okay, so here's the one that someone was asking about, Facebook Lives and live streaming. So I teach you how to record it and stream it live. Social media launch strategy, LinkedIn attraction marketing, becoming an influencer, leadership, ManyChat. There are so many more. This is just some of the highlights that I have. I went from 0 followers to over 100,000. Pretty amazing, right? You'll also get brand new content every single week. So with this program, you get access to my private mastermind, which is a Facebook group. Every week on Monday, I deliver a new webinar. We pick a theme for the month to master one skill set at a time. And guess what we're doing right now? We're actually doing Instagram. So we release a new topic every month. We have book club, accountability, all of that. You get premium access to me because you're in the Facebook group. And you also get 76 prior webinars from the mastermind. So you can go back and just pick and choose whatever you want to learn in your business. You can actually access it right now. There's no long-term commitment. You can cancel at any time. And I literally give you here, this is what you need. Learn it, implement it, take action, and then turn around and teach your teams. So you can actually teach your teams to get the results that you want. So make the most of your time right now and be able to totally crush your business, and obviously learning from me. So it's $79 a month. Like I said, no long-term commitment, contract, anything like that. So if you want access to it and you want to jump in, just click the link below, like I said. And then if you're in it, comment below and let us know that you're in it and you absolutely love it. And this is what I'll say for those that are saying they don't have enough money. If you aren't making enough money to invest $79 per month in your business, something's wrong. Okay, there's either a skill set you need to learn. You need to learn sales and marketing. You need to learn social media. You need to learn duplication, automation. You need to learn how to get leads and talk to those leads and get those leads to become customers and team members. And anything like this, I see as an investment in my business. So you're the perfect person for this. Absolutely, 100%. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. If you have any other questions, you can always find me on social media. You should probably get a replay, so you'll have my email as well. Feel free to reply back and just let me know. And then if you jump into it, take a screenshot, put it in your stories, tag me on it, because I definitely want to celebrate you. And it's been so nice to see you guys, and I can't wait to see your stories. So go out there and crush it. As always, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. Bye-bye.